If you're like me and love Souls games, then this is the game for you. It's got retro graphics, goth girls, boss fights, and did I mention goth girls? Welcome to the Bleakest Keep. On the surface, you may look at this game and think two things. What the fuck are these graphics? Or you find this style really charming. Well, let me make this clear. Stop judging games by their graphics. Some of the best games out there have potato-ass graphics and are 10 out of 10 on the enjoyment scale, unlike a lot of that Unreal Engine DLSS slop. So let's break down what Bleakest Keep is. King Edgar is dead. The wizard Cormac betrayed Edgar and the kingdom. With the king dead, the land has fallen to chaos. Edward, captain of the guards, may be the kingdom's last hope. With the help of the sorceress Juliet, Edward may yet save the day. Your objective is to reach the top of the keep and defeat Cormac. Now that we are all on the same page, it's time to talk gameplay, and oh my is this game enjoyable. It's simple yet challenging. You have a full cast of unique enemies forcing you to stay alert, but don't get caught lacking. Lacking or slacking? The game's challenge is on how you navigate these encounters and environments, not to dwindle through all your resources as they are very limited. Eventually, as you progress enough, you will encounter the shop. Now everyone, relax. I know for some of you, this is why you clicked on the video, so control yourselves, alright? Oh my god. Now this is where you purchase your upgrades, whether that's perks or just general utilities such as pots, throwing knives, all the goodies. So the purpose of the shop is to build a strong enough character with your gameplay in mind, whether that's blocking, rolling, movement speed, or attack range, or you're playing fully around your bow or gun. You purchase these items with the money that you get from killing all the enemies. So you can either choose if you want to run through the area and kill every enemy you encounter. That gives you the most amount of money to purchase stuff at the shop. Or you can run past everything and be quite underpowered because you won't be able to purchase anything from the shop. So you've now purchased all your goods and it's time to say farewell and hope you make it back to the next shop. Side note, let's be clear, now this developer knows where to invest his time. He fixes the game, he puts a lot of heart and soul into it, and most importantly, he adds goth girl rare animations. Yes, this is what's needed in this game. And to be honest, it's small stuff like these that make these games amazing. The developer's doing God's work, just saying. So moving on, let's talk about the weapons. Before you even start the game, you get to choose your starting loadout. Whether that's a sword, bare fists if you played enough and managed to unlock it. And you can also choose like special abilities like parry to start the game with. Or you can choose if you want to start with pots. There's a whole wide of customization that you can do before the game even starts. For me, I like to go parry and pots. So throughout the game, you'll find these chests in different encounter rooms, and these chests can give you new upgrades on the weapons. Remember, these weapons can break. Once the weapons break, you get a weapon part, and you can use the weapon part to trade with the shopkeeper to get a chance at even better weapons. So here's a list of some of the weapons you can get. A revolver, a limb revolver, a crossbow, a triple bolt bow, an automatic crossbow, and the list goes on and on. Depending on the weapons you choose, you can't really go wrong with any, but it can influence how you play the game. My personal favorite was the carbine rifle, as I found it to be very effective. So consumables and resources, you either love them or hate them, but you can't deny that they add a nice twist and option to gameplay. It can't be a Souls-like without them. Similar to Dark Souls, you heal with flasks. At the beginning, if you choose to spawn with 3, that's what you have, that's what you start with. But as you use them, you don't get them back. So where do you buy them? The shopkeeper. So make sure you save some monies and keep stacking up on these pots because they're very useful. You can also find them in chests. Other than healing, you can also get throwing knives, and I don't even know what this trinket knife thing is. I didn't figure out throughout my playthrough. This is the moment every Souls enjoyer has been waiting for. Let's talk about the bosses. Now I'll be honest, this game ain't Miyazaki. You won't see no horror Lu quality fight. But for what the game is, these bosses are challenging and fun. And to be honest, I love the aesthetic of these bosses. To not spoil too much on the game, I'll only talk about the 2 bosses you encounter first, starting with King Edgar. So the fight is quite fun. He has a sword, he's a big tall king, skeleton king, and he's got some fun attack patterns that you can learn. He also shoots fire at the ground when he hits you. Now let me tell you, it's really satisfying parrying this guy, especially like his big long combos, and you just feel like a badass slashing through him. Now once you killed King Edgar, you are greeted with a chest on this bridge, and this chest contains a free item. It can be one of 3 items. You're greeted with a sign and it tells you need to make your way through the sewers and then climb up through the dungeon. And I did just that. So you go through some new environments, you get more items, same gameplay loop, killing all the enemies, and then you encounter the next boss. And let me tell you, this room is dark, and honestly, if you're scared of spiders, you're gonna hate this. The fight involves a spider, much like the Duke from Dark Souls 2. At the start, he was very difficult to read and predict his movements. However, once you're fighting him, you kind of get into the swing of it. However, on this run that I'm showing you right now, I was so close, I ran out of resources, and I fell short. But that's the beauty of this game. When you die, guess what? You can just go again, make a new build, and then try get further. And that's the addicting part of these games. Unlike Souls games, there's no bonfire or saves. You just start from the very beginning and you go again. Now, to not ruin the entire experience, I shall end the video right here. The game is definitely a fun and challenging one, and perfect if you love Souls games. I had an absolute blast playing this game, and I do recommend picking it up on Steam. You can find it on sale for around £6.80, that's the lowest recorded price at least. I'd just like to say thanks for all the support on the videos. The comments I've been receiving have only been positive and constructive, and I highly appreciate them. If you have any game suggestions, please leave them below, and I might consider exploring your suggestions in a future video. If you enjoyed the content, please leave a like and subscribe, as it helps a lot, especially with motivation to pump out these videos, and especially commenting. I love commenting and responding. So anyway, peace. If you like this video, you might like to check out my previous video on Gloomwood. That's an amazing game.